Vision of Grace in the studios of Hertzock Entertainment. Inspiring gospel, inspirational, with your host, homegrown from Baton Rouge, Brian Hertzock.
Brian Hertzock.
It's Vision of Grace Live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this particular edition of Vision of Grace Live. I'm your host for today's show, Brian Hertzock, along with Larry Strickland. Very interesting topic we have for today's show. Our president of the United States is openly supporting same-sex marriages. Do you agree or disagree? When we come back to Vision of Grace. Inspiring gospel, inspirational, with your host, homegrown from Baton Rouge, Brian Hertzock.
Brian Hertzock.
It's Vision of Grace Live. Kirk Whalum. He's been just that good, ladies and gentlemen. You're inside of a music mix of Vision of Grace Live. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in studio now with Larry Strickland. Our topic for today is our President of the United States is now openly supporting same-sex marriages. And of course, our question today is, do you agree or do you disagree? Currently, We've got messages on Facebook on this particular issue for Vision of Grace Live. And this is from Amika from Orange Park, Florida. She says that she definitely agrees with the president. She says, and what people deem legal is their business. That's like me getting mad because black and white people want to get married. You cannot help who you love. All right, Larry, what do you think about that?
There's a word called lust. You know, lust is something that I see somebody. And basically, I say I fall in love with what I saw.
Okay.
I never knew this person.
Okay.
I never understood how they think. I don't know their personality, you know.
So you're saying, so basically what you're saying is you can't help who you love. You're thinking that this particular person that happens to believe that the same-sex marriages should be absolutely fine by saying you cannot help who you love. You're saying that this particular person does not know what love is.
That's what I'm saying.
How can you say that? How?
Well, you know that some people can love somebody, and if that person make a mistake, they can still forgive them and love them.
Right.
Some people
Right.
will not forgive that person and love them. You know, they'll hold that from them the rest of their life, or they'll just totally get away from them.
Right.
So, is those two people loving? Is that the same type of love? One can forgive, and the other one can't. So that means that, you know, there must be two types of love.
I don't know whether or not that particular person feels love or not. I really can't tell that much. My viewpoint on this is, you know, we are already living a very liberated life in the United States. This is the reason why a lot of people in other countries hate us. A lot of reasons these people want to actually kill us, because we live a liberated, we are free, and we're free to do exactly what we want to do. So what kind of brings a little bit of concern to me is, you know, these people already want to kill us now. What are they going to feel like if we decide and let this happen? I mean, in my opinion, I'm thinking that they're going to come at us full force. What do you think? I don't know.
Well, of course, because you know what they're going to feel like? They're going to feel like we are the devil.
Yeah, and you know, at the end of the day, we have, you know, nothing. It seems like things are new, but the Bible says there's nothing new. It's all old. It's all something that it's all happened before, just in a different way. Ladies and gentlemen, Hezekiah Walker in LFC, God has favored me. Inspiring gospel, inspirational, with your host, homegrown from Baton Rouge, Brian Hertzock.
Brian Hertzock.
It's Vision of Grace Live. Okay, you're on live on Vision of Grace Live. Who am I speaking with?
My name is Jesse Butler.
Hello, Jesse. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Mississippi.
Our president of the United States is openly supporting same-sex marriages. Do you agree or disagree?
Well, according to the Bible, I know what the Bible says about same-sex marriages, but I want to express the fact that it's not about same-sex marriages as it's about, because if you disagree with it, you must be disagreeing with it because you think it's a sin. And sin is sin. And we're all going to be judged, you know, and let Jesus judge that. The point I'm trying to make is we can't single out a group of people, just like, you know, it wasn't that long ago, my ancestors were slaves, and we didn't have the rights that was afforded to us, you know, that the average man had. And even today, we still suffer from that point. And I can understand the plight of the gay people because, as far as I understand, this gay thing is something that they were born with. It's not like they chose this gay life. And understanding at that point, I can see them as a minority. And with me being the descendants of slaves and knowing what it's like to not being afforded rights, I want to be sure that everybody is afforded equal rights, regardless. And if it's wrong, it's not for me to judge, because you remember when Jesus was brought, the prostitute who was caught in the act of adultery, he said he without sin cast the first stone. So who am I to judge? And that's my stance on it.
Okay. Well, Jesse, thank you for that call in. We sure appreciate it.
Okay.
Mr. Larry Strickland, what do you think about that? I mean, this Jesse's concept here, his deal is, we had slavery. People were trying to stop slaves. We got racism stopping people from doing various things. Jesse feels like, well, why should I be the one to stand in the way of that? I mean, what do you think about that?
Well, I heard Jesse said that they was born with that problem, and I agree with Jesse on that. Yes, they was born, but that's the whole reason.
Do you know that for a fact?
Well, no, I don't know that as a fact, but
Okay.
matter of fact, I do.
Okay.
They was born with, because let me tell you why.
Okay.
I was born with my sins. That's the whole reason you got to be born again.
Okay, so you're saying born with sin, period.
Period.
You're not, okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter whether they was born gay or not. I was born a homemonger.
All right. Let's see. Do we have someone else online?
Hello.
We got Mr. Super Cool.
Yes, sir.
Y'all are familiar with Mr. Super Cool. He's also one of our regular co-hosts for here on our Vision of Grace live radio and television broadcast. The subject for today is our president is now currently openly supporting same-sex marriages. Do you agree or disagree is the question.
Well, Brian, here's my stance. My stance is that I believe that marriage should be between one man and one woman. That's what the Bible says. The Bible says that one man and one woman. Now, the president has came out this week and made a statement for the first time for any sitting president has ever made before. Wednesday, 4 days ago, President Obama said, that it was important for him to speak at this time on same-sex marriage, that he favors same-sex marriage. That's not my view personally. Now, I'm opposed that 50% of the country believes, in a country that we live in today, when God we trust, we're supposed to believe in God we trust. We don't want to jeopardize the integrity or the security of this country, military-wise or any other way.
Wow.
President Obama said on ABC News, he said, and I quote, he said, at this point in time, that I had concluded that personally it is important for him to go ahead and affirm that he thinks that same-sex couples should be able to get married. Now, some time ago, President Obama said that he was opposed of same-sex. Now, my opinion is, I believe that this entire thing is political. This is a political season. Politicians want to be reelected, right now. And, the politician is raising the stakes on an issue on America almost that are evenly split today.
Okay.
So my view is, I believe what the Bible says, one man and one woman.
Right.
That's my stance.
Thank you for your outlook into this particular subject.
Thank you so much. You have a blessed evening.
Take care. All right, Larry. So here we've got mixed reviews here.
I see that.
I don't know. I mean, it's not all one way on this.
Yeah.
It's not one way.
I think every black preacher out there should be where Super Cool is at.
Right.
Unless you're gonna make a stand against God, just because you have a black president.
Right. Hey, speaking of ministers, let's get on this. I mean, we've got a very popular civil rights activist, that's out there, and he's heading behind this as well.
Yes.
Al Sharpton. Now, I'm saying Al Sharpton now. We've been saying a long time ago, Reverend. Al Sharpton.
Yes.
But right now, all of a sudden, it's not a bad thing. Look, we were fighting for equality with civil rights, and why are we going to mess with those people? I mean, you were talking about this recently, right?
Yeah, I heard Al Sharpton personally, a radio show, where he's supporting Obama on this issue.
Right. He's not the only one.
I haven't heard. This is one I heard personally.
Yeah, but I know. But this gentleman is also a gentleman that has the name, the title, have carried the title of Reverend. So, I mean, I don't know. To me, it seems like we might have a conflict of interest there. So maybe something else is going on that maybe we don't know about.
Well, didn't Obama supposed to raise $90 million after that statement?
Okay, I don't know that.
This is what I heard, that he raised $90 million.
Okay. So he allegedly raised $90 million and you believe as a result of this decision of backing same-sex marriages.
Hey, the homosexual guys got a lot of money.
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take it to Let's Dance. Lonnie Hunter and the Voices of St. Mark, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to come back. We're going to have more views and see what other people feel about this particular subject when we come back on Vision of Grace.
Inspiring gospel, inspirational,
with your host, homegrown from Baton Rouge, Brian Hertzock.
Brian Hertzock.
It's Vision of Grace Live.
Okay, we're still here on Vision of Grace Live. I'm your host for today's show, Brian Hertzock, along with Larry Strickland. Our question for today: our president of the United States is now currently openly supporting same-sex marriages right now. And we're questioning the folks out there, do you agree or do you disagree? And we've got another Facebook. The Facebook that we have is from Kenneth in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Kenneth disagrees. Kenneth says, why do animals understand the difference between male and female? Human beings can't. Why is that? What you think about that?
Well, because
this guy's saying that you got animals.
There's to come a time where women is going to lose the natural taste for themselves. They're going to lose the natural affection for a man, and they're going to have affection one to another.
Okay.
And he says men's going to lose the natural affection toward a woman and going to lust one to another.
Okay.
And God says he's going to give them up to a reprobate mind.
Okay. So you basically saying this is in the Bible. So be it. This is what we were looking for in the first place. We were already looking for this.
This is supposed to happen.
Right.
So I'm not really that shocked once you read that scripture.
Yeah, but do you let go and let it go or what? Do you fight it? What do you do?
The people that you can save. The people you can save, you will save them.
Okay.
I'm not going to just let go because, but broad is the way.
Okay.
So the majority, if the Obama get voted back in,
okay,
and the majority of the people put him back in because of this, I'm not going to be shocked.
Okay, so you feel like you can have your cake and eat it too. You can follow the first African-American president of the United States. You can also still be a great Christian in God's eye. You feel like you can have your cake and eat it too in this particular situation.
Not follow him in that sense, but if he become my president, I'm going to have to accept he's my president.
Right. Well, he is your president.
Yeah, he is, So, if he come back another term. Right. But at the same time, the Bible says broad is the way. So the people who's going wrong, it's going to always be the more.
Right.
They're going to be always the majority.
Right.
And it says just a few. Narrow is the way to heaven, so only a few will find it.
And at the end of the day, I'm happy to be able to bring this, especially to Baton Rouge and surrounding areas, even though we're accepting calls and messages from folks all over the country. I think that it's a great thing that we're able to do this. This has been a great subject, and hopefully somewhere, somehow, folks out there can make their determination and know what the good, the bad, and the ugly in their heart. My name is Brian Hertzock. I've been here, of course, with my good friend and co-host, Mr. Larry Strickland. You can check us out online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's www.vogradio.com. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to make sure if you've been to vogradio.com in the past and you've seen some other stuff or something that was like Hertzock Entertainment pertain, and go back, because now we have vogradio.com dedicated just for VOG Radio. Make sure you go back and check it out. You can be able to listen to any Christian recording music. It's running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, pre-recorded programming as well as live programming. This is the radio station that you can go to online and check out this particular program. VOG Live. This is where people can actually call in. Well, you can call in without even listening to it, but if you want to know what the topics are, I suggest that you log on. And if you don't want to be on the show, it's okay. 24-hour gospels right there for you. And you can be able to check out Vision of Grace Live TV shows whenever you want. Once again, my name is Brian Hertzock. Mr. Larry Strickland, we can't wait to see you on our very next edition of Vision of Grace Live. We're going to see you next time. God bless.
Inspiring gospel. Inspirational. With your host, homegrown from Baton Rouge, Brian Hertzock.
Brian Hertzock.
It's Vision of Grace Live.